Hello and welcome back to the channel for another video. This video is a video that I've been waiting to make for probably 2 years-ish. I'm not 100% sure the exact release date of Titanic Sinclair's music before today. I was asleep and my girlfriend woke me up and she's like, Titanic Sinclair released new music. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting so long for this. He said a few weeks ago now that he was going to drop 2 albums. This is just 2 songs, but from what I've seen, he said that there's still going to be 2 albums, so this is just a teaser for them, I suppose. Now, I just want to quickly say that there are going to likely be people who say that because I'm covering this in general, that I'm giving him exposure and therefore, because I've listened to the music, that I am supporting him or something along those lines. Now, I don't agree with the allegations against him. Musically, I enjoy his music. And some of the lyrics in this, I think, also kind of combine his actions and lyrics. So they kind of fuse, which is really nice. So I'm going to just briefly talk about the 2 songs and then I'm going to go through some of the lyrics because there's definite meaning behind them. So Titanic released the Broken Boy EP, which is odd that it's an EP and it's only 2 songs. Usually that would be like a single and it'd have an A-side and B-side. So it was Broken Boy and Viral Kind of Love. I was immediately kind of thrown back by Viral Kind of Love being 3 minutes and 36 seconds. I thought that was a bit rough, but I spoke to someone and I'm like, why is it 3 minutes and 36 seconds? Like, that seems a bit odd for him to kind of be putting out new stuff yet referring to old stuff. But they made the point that the sole reason why it's 3 minutes and 36 seconds long is because that's simply how long the song is. Now, with these 2 songs came a music video for Broken Boy, which seems to be where the cover art was taken. Maybe it was a screenshot, maybe it was the same day or shortly after, or something along those lines. The music video is just simply one take and it's him singing.
I'll make this straight right to the point. I'll make a case for broken boys.
Unlike his recent stuff like Losing My Mind, this isn't rock music. This is simply some simple music and his voice really does the talking. Ironically, because that's what a voice does. But it makes you focus on his voice, not exactly what he's saying, but the background noise is, I was going to say accommodating, but I don't think that's the word. It goes with the music. It doesn't overpower it. Like, it's not like Hero, for example. It's not like he's singing and then it's like do 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 do. Actually, is that even how it goes? I was a bit skeptical initially hearing Broken Boy, which is the first song. Obviously, he started at the beginning. I was a bit skeptical hearing that. I didn't know what I was listening to when I first heard it. I heard it maybe 20 minutes, half an hour after it came out. And I wasn't actually going to make this video. I've been writing bits and pieces of multiple video scripts recently, but this happened and I just wanted to talk about it. Mainly because of the lyrics, which I'll get into shortly. I was a bit initially displeased that it wasn't rock music or something more upbeat, but it's just, yeah, it works very well. And interestingly enough, the title track Broken Boy is produced by Chris Grietti. Now, if you know about Chris Grietti, you know that he worked with Poppy, so it's interesting. From what I know, he's friends with Titanic, so it makes sense, but it's nice that he got some help with the music. There'll be a link to the music video and the Bandcamp where you can listen to the music in the description below. So just really quickly, I like the songs, but now we're going to talk about the lyrics because these are the most important. And I think that they say a lot, which is once again ironic because they're words and Broken Boy starts off with the lyrics, I'll make this straight, right to the point. I'll make a case for broken boys. Sometimes real life gets so confused, say bullshit so far from the truth. Now, we don't know what these references are. We don't know whether this say bullshit so far from the truth is to do with Poppy's statement, whether it's to do with something maybe Argo did, maybe it's completely unrelated. There's no real way of knowing who these are in reference to. It's that viral kind of love is almost certainly about Poppy, and I'll get to that shortly. He says, but what's the truth? It makes me sick to see that kid so sad, so out of his own skin. If I catch my breath again, maybe you'll understand. So this seems like self-reflection, and the chorus does as well, which I'll get to in a second, which is interesting. Actually, I'll just read you the chorus really quickly. It says, I'm sorry for the way I behaved, but I'm not sorry for the man I became. And then it repeats that again. Now, unlike previous music, and by that I mean Guppy and Trust Fund, this is not an attack at anyone. This is more self-reflection. And regardless of whether or not you see this as him being like, oh, I'm sorry, or whatever, or a form of an apology, I think it says a lot that his style of music has changed from essentially attacking someone to actually self-reflecting. It goes on to say, no one seems to care about the dream, they focus on one big dramatic scene. You saw my life through a broken lens, what's real, it all depends. This is subjective. The line about no one seems to care about the dream would, to me at least, imply, and let me know in the comment section what you think of the lyrics or the music or whatever. More than happy to have a discussion. Actually, there were a couple of people who told me that he was back, which is really nice. It goes to show that you watch my videos, hopefully, and you know that I've been waiting for his new music. So, no one seems to care about the dream kind of implies to me something about his directing and how he always wanted to do something that kind of mattered. That is not a quote from him, but it's something along those lines. And I feel like he's kind of saying that that became blurred, and it did really. If you look at it, it's like the whole Poppy thing, for example. If it's hypothetically, if it's about Poppy, it happened in both cases with Argo and Poppy. But with Poppy, for example, it was all about the AI or whatever of Poppy's character, and then if this is in regards to her statement that she made, people were kind of like, we don't care, you're a bad person, right? We don't care if you will try and make it big, we don't care how much a part of our favorite artist you are. That doesn't matter because you're a shit person, basically. At least that's my interpretation. And the good thing about art is it's open for interpretation. Now, I'm not right, I'm not wrong, and neither are you in what you say, unless, of course, it's actually way left of field and can be disproven. He then goes on to repeat the chorus, and then there's a bridge, and he repeats the chorus again, and then the end is kind of the chorus, except it ends with, I was a boy back then, but now I am a man. And although some of this seems to allude to Poppy potentially, his earliest relationship in the spotlight was with Argo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be about something completely different as well. So that is my thoughts on Broken Boy, but now we have the next song, Viral Kind of Love. Viral Kind of Love starts with the lyrics, from the beginning I knew this was all about you. You recognized me in a car with the man you thought would take you far from you. I believe that this, which you'll see later in the song, is about Poppy. It's been said, I believe, if I remember correctly, that she is seemingly self-centered from accounts from like Alex, I believe, for example, and maybe Grimes as well. My memory is failing me on this one, but I don't know about the "you recognize me in a car" thing. That just automatically reminds me of the Low Life music video because she's in a car, but I would say that that's just not a thing. With the man you thought would take you far from you, I'm guessing this is alluding to himself, and she wanted an escape, maybe? Or the person this is about wanted an escape, and that makes sense. And then it goes on to say, I was there from the start when he blanked your heart. Now, I'm not going to say that word because A, demonetization potentially, and I don't understand why this lyric is even in here. You turned your attention to me, so I put you on a silver screen. Silver screen, we definitely did that with Poppy. They had a TV show, there's a whole bunch of stuff that they did together. YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, a whole bunch of stuff. Sundance, for example, as well. Then goes on to say, I told you, little girl, I know you'll make it in this fucked up world. She told me I was too good to gas myself in the desert like I thought I should. This sounds like he is talking about Poppy and giving her some hope, which they were really like creatively partners. Great. Music, videos, really interesting. I don't think we've really seen anything like it on the internet before, really. Definitely not to that extent, and staying in character was just insane. She told me I was too good to gas myself in the desert like I thought I should is an interesting comment because that to me kind of could refer to her statement where she said that he was making or talking about suicide attempts. Now, to me, that sounds like something suicidal. To me, at least, as I said, it's art open for interpretation. And maybe this is him admitting that he did that or he was suicidal. Goes on to say, and then we made a viral kind of love until we spiraled from that famous drug. We made a viral kind of love until we spiraled from that famous drug. Now, the whole viral thing, although Mars Argo and stuff went kind of viral to some extent, especially back in those days, like the amount of views you needed to be considered to go viral was a lot less than what it is now. But him and Poppy definitely went viral. At this point, when I first heard the song, I was a bit iffy. I'm like, it's about Mars, it's about Poppy, but there is a lyric that is coming up that, to me, says it's definitely about Poppy.
I'll make this straight right to the point. I'll make a case for broken boys.
And then goes on to say, and I knew when you met him it was already through. And to me, this is a clear lyric about Ghostman. And it's sad. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the music, what do you think of the lyrics, if there's anything that I maybe missed, something you picked up on. Just before I go, I posted about it on Twitter, but there's been like a vinyl reshuffle. There's an REM vinyl over there, over there, and there is another one as well, which is behind me. I'm not sure if you can see it there. It's just above Dodie's book. Can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, and there's going to be a couple or a few more vinyls as well to add to that collection. I also sleeved them all the ones that were sealed that aren't sleeved. But yeah. Anyway, if you do enjoy it, leave a like. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you never want to miss an upload. And I shall see you soon for more content. Been a while since I've sat down and filmed like this. Yeah. Peace.